Okay, we are live again. Yes, we are. All right. So it's the same thing today. I was really happy with yesterday's stream because not only did that, I upsolved that contest question without any hints, but I also did PUTD. So let's try to do the same thing again. I'll just do the previous contest problems I couldn't solve. And if then I have some time, I'll probably do today's PUTD. So let's start. First of all, let me check if we got our rating. So I'm pretty sure my rating is going to fall to 1650 or something. 1688? It increased? What? Bro, it increased at 5000 rank and 6000 rank. What? So we got an increase of 12. That's crazy. I never expected that. I thought it's going to fall because you see my ranks have been like, okay, this was a trash contest. I got 8000 rank here. Why? Okay, if we leave that, it has been in under 5k. 4, 4, 3. I don't know what happened there. What happened in this contest? What's this question? Oh, this is that stable Savara question. Yep, I solved it. Okay. That's a pleasant surprise. It increased. Anyways, let's do. I need to see the question. Yo, what's up, Cruz? You're early today. Hi. What's up? Yeah, this is a DP question. Largest non-decreasing. Okay, I've done this. Okay, yeah. This question has a 35% acceptance rate. I'll be starting from the scratch. Get this all out of here. We have a 35% acceptance rate, so it still technically should be easier than the question we did yesterday. Okay, but yeah, I am incredibly bad at DP, so let's see. It's fairly straightforward, just like yesterday's question was. Hmm. Man, making project report is such a pain. Exactly. You know what? I took a break a few days ago, right? That break was taken just to make that stupid minor project report. It takes up so much time. I wonder how did people used to make it way before the era of LLMs. Right now, you can just give it to ChatGPT and tell it to keep expanding till you fill the page limit. How did people used to do when there were no ChatGPT or what? Okay, let's. What year are you in, Cruise? By the way, what year are you in? I think I never asked you what year are you in. Let's keep it like chat. Hmm. So the question says, okay, there are simple rules. Mm, value equals to 0. If value equals to 0, if value equals to 0, then we'll simply say then your score equals to 0, cost equals to 0. And if the value equals to 1, then your score score equals to 1 and cost equals to 1. And if value equals to 2, then your score, what the hell, score equals to 1. No, your score Score is 2. Cost is 1. Hmm. That's the thing. Fourth cooked. Will I be? Oh, you're in fourth year. Okay, so we will both graduate in 2026. 5 6 months are left. Okay, I remember. So Cruz, you were the one who told me that you have just started Leetcode and development, right? So how is it going? Do you have any like backup plans or something? If not a job, God forbid, I do hope you get a job. But if not, what are you going to do? Hmm. So the thing is, we have a grid mm, and a limit, right? We have a grid to which we want to reach the bottom right, and we have a limit that is the limit of our cost. Okay, and we want to keep cost less than k but maximize the score. Okay, want to reach the bottom right, and we want to keep cost below k, want to maximize score. Okay, makes sense. Government job. What in government job though? The what in government? Do you do lead code? I remember you told me you just started. So, okay, so your college has strict attendance. My college is chill in this case. They don't care about attendance. Mine is like 35%. Solved 80 question, bro. That's good. That's good. Are you also from a tier 3 college? Hmm. And the int. Okay. This is going, of course, this is going to take. So our function is going to take the grid. It's going to take the x and y coordinate into x into y, and we can only move down and right? Okay, down and right makes sense. And besides that, we have a budget, budget left, budget left, and budget left. Okay, this function returns us the score. This function, because we don't care about the cost, we just want the cost to be less than our budget, less than or equal to, and as the score. Okay, so int rows equals to, what is this, error size, int call equals to error 0 dot size. Right now, if our x equal to rows minus 1, and then calls, no, y equal to calls minus 1, so we return 0. No, 1 comma 1 is 0, so the score is 0. Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. If equal to 0, if it is 0, we return your score would be 0. Else you return else you return 1. No, you simply return that point, okay? Because we are returning score here, right? We return ARR x, y. As simple as that. Now, if x is equal to rows, or y is equal to calls, we return -1. There's no score from here. Or if budget left is equal to 0, then that means you can't go anywhere from here, right? This is the thing. Now int move right equals to, there are two cases. Int current equals to AR x y. If current equals to 0, then that means add 0 to your score and costs 0. Okay, we'll have to think about that. Bro, what is your type tier 3? Well. What's up, bro? I'm doing good. What about you? How are you doing? Okay, tier 3, bro. That's sad. I'm from tier 3 too. What is your typing speed? It is about 60, I guess, 60 WPS. I mean, I think I can probably get somewhere around 70 if I'm like at my peak, but not at all right now because my hands are numb. It's cold in Delhi. I'm doing a mistake here. If we have 0, no, budget left would be a different condition. If we have 0, then even if we don't have any budget, we can still move. Okay, even if we don't have any budget, this means reach the destination, so return the score. Okay, out of bounds, so return -1. -1 means can't reach. Okay, now what you do is you check the current val, which is AR x y. Now if current val, no, current equal to 0, if it is 0, else. If it is 0, can still move without budget. That's the point. If it is 0, we can still move without budget. Need budget to move. Int right equals to solver. ARR right means x comma y plus 1. Budget left would be the same. BUDGET LAFT if right is not equal to, yeah, int left equals to budget left. Okay, now we simply return max between right and down, because we won't be updating any score. 0 means no score, no budget, else we'll be needing budget. Okay, else int right equals to solver. We can add a condition that if current is not equal to 0 and budget left equal to 0, return 1. That means you can't go anywhere. And right equal to solver error x y plus 1 costs 1, right? So our budget would be minus 1. Budget left minus 1. Now if right is not equal to, if right is not if right is equal to minus 1, then we keep it as it is, else we update it to current plus right. Okay, do the same thing for left. No, left, no, down. We go x plus 1, y, budget left minus 1, and we see if down is equal to minus 1, we keep it as down, else we do current plus down. Okay, and in the end we return max between your down and right. Right, bro, I can't type today. That looks correct as of now. We got x, y, and budget left is k. Imagine if it works in the first try. I still have to memorize it though. But yeah, I knew it wouldn't work. In the first case, we got 2. In the second case, 0, 1, 1, 2. Expected minus 1. Hmm. Bro, stop it. I'm doing some mistake. What am I doing wrong? For the second test result, 0, 1, 1, 2, I'm getting answer as 3. It should be minus 1. What the fuck, bro? There is no path without exceeding cost k. This the answer is minus 1. What's happening here is C out x index is x x y, right, and budget left, you can have score budget left let's see, bro. Yeah, I know, I'll have to memorize it. I'm just trying to first uh make sure my code is running. I currently have some logical errors. Once I solve that, bro, I'll memorize it. Anish Sharma, what's up, bro? I'm doing good. What about you? So 0, 1, 1, 2. 0, 1, 1, 2. So it goes from 0, 0, and the budget is 1. So it goes from 0, 0. Write down. What exactly am I doing wrong, bro? element is hmm, index is 0 0. From 0 it goes to 0 1. Okay, it goes towards right, and the budget left is still 1. From there, index is 0 1, element is 1. Yeah, and it goes 1 0. At this point the budget left was 1. Wait, why can't we solve this? Because we want our k is equal to 1. We can't take more than cost as 1. So we go here with a cost of 0, and we go from 1 to 2 with a cost of 1, right? Right? Each cell contributes a specific score and incurs an associated cost. Okay, even if we reach, we'll have to check that if that score. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, hmm. I get, bro. I get it. Even if we reach here, we need to check out this. This is our current. If budget left as to your score in cost 1. Hmm. What can happen is if budget left equal to 0 and then current is not equal to 0, return -1. As simple as that. Arede shikar kaade tittarni jinde sher. What is bro writing? Sherade shikar kaade tittarni jande. Bro, what? We would need something to handle the boundaries. Like, what if the current element is the last row where we want to reach, but we still need to see? We would need something. Wait, let me see first of all. Okay, the second case is working, but you're saying we would need something to handle the boundaries. Like, what if the current element is the last row column where we want to reach? We will still need. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I thought we just want to reach it, but even after reaching, we want to check that is it possible to like absorb its cost. Okay, so it's a 3D DP, bro. 3D DP, that is fuck, bro. See, I've had this bad habit of always memoizing using maps, and now I always struggle with memoizing using arrays or vectors. So it's going to be a of vector vector of int, right? And what we're gonna do, we're gonna resize it. It would be x, y, and budget left. X, y, and budget left. So hash dot resize x would go from, take this, X would be rows plus 1, and it's going to be a vector of how do we bro, again I'm struggling with this same shitty concept. And it's going to be a vector of int. Okay, all good. Vector of vector. Yeah, it's going to be a 3D vector, x, y, and budget left. I did this memoization yesterday. I'll have to look at it again. Minimum score by changing two elements. No, not this. Ones and zeros. Yeah, here it is. So it's hash dot resize. So okay, so it's like, where was I? Okay, it's going to be a vector of int. Right, the inner vector would be calls plus 1, and it's going to be a vector of int, and that would be mm, that would be, what do we say, that would be budget left would be k plus 1, and we initialize all the values with what, with -1, right? Not -1. Let's give some random values. So if hash of x, y, budget left is not equal to -69, so we simply return that. Okay, this is our base condition. We do not need to add in here anything. Okay, what? Hmm. This should be working now. Do -67. Come on, bro. Okay. Bro, I'm in my fourth year. Aryan Sharma, I'm in my fourth year. Okay, I think this is correct now. We don't. Yeah, let me try submitting it. See, this wasn't like a tricky question. All it needed was good implementation. Somebody, yeah, I don't know why couldn't I solve this in the contest. Bro, this, I should have solved this in the contest. Hi, bro, Parth, what's up, bro? Long time no see. You know what? I wanted to show you guys something. I do not know if that feature is on PC or not, but I was like, take my this stream for example. I'm coming live after. Did anybody check out this feature of YouTube? Bro, this is such a useful feature. Like, th- this AI has the entire context of every question I solved in this video and where I went wrong. True or false, the streamer had to submit his minor project report. Look at this. What problem from the last contest will you solve? Can you please explain the problem he's about to solve? Bro, this is a crazy good feature. Like it gives you timestamps. The creator is about to solve where you are given an array of numbers. The goal is to find the length of longest non-decreasing subarray. Bro, this is a very useful feature. I just found out about this. Google cooking. Exactly. I'm also in fourth year, but you do well. Nah, bro, I guess we're all grinding at this point. Second was way harder than the third one. Second question. What was the second question? This question. I I don't think so. I mean, yes, it required a bit of thinking. Generally, I could solve the second question in like under 10 minutes, but this took me quite a lot of time, probably like 15 minutes. But yeah, I would say it required a bit of thinking, but not exactly hard. Okay, let's look at today's PUTD. 47% acceptance rate. Should we do this? Yeah, I had to. Wow, Google on top. Exactly. Have you done that drone delivery one, bro, from recent contest? Which question? I've been giving all the contests on Leetcode. Like the last 12 contests, I've given all the last 12 contests, but I do not know which one you're telling on. What are your thought on the fourth one? I don't even see the fourth question, bro. I know my worth. I don't even look the fourth question. Look at the fourth question. Minimum time to complete all deliveries. No, I've not. Which contest is this from? Okay, so I tried solving this, it looks like. Yeah, okay. I tried solving this, I can see. Oh, I remember. This required binary search, right? This required binary search, but I was going some bullshit mathematical way. Yeah, I remember this was a binary search question. 31. I'll add this to my to-do list. I'll have to upsolve this too. Thank you for pointing this out. Yep. I'll see for this one. Minimum time to complete all deliveries. Yep, I remember this question. I haven't solved it. It had like 8, 18. Yeah, that fourth problem, right? You're talking about this one, I guess. What? No, 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 no. Contest, my contest. This problem, I think it's one of the toughest problem on Leetcode. It has, yes, it still has 980 submissions, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them are still like copied. Please add just a very hard category. The first all kill was at 53 minutes, and in normal contests, it takes 6 minutes to solve all the 4 questions. Should be tagged as impossible. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at this question right now. You're given a zero indexed array consisting of positive integers. You can do the following: select an index such and replace nums I or nums I. GCD, GCD. Any place I read GCD, bro, I immediately piss myself off, bro. Return the minimum to make if it is impossible. Bro, upmate में हो क्या आया? Yes, bro. Okay, that was your comment. Let me look at your profile. Well. This is you, bro. You're 1900 rated, and you call yourself newbie. 1900 is crazy, especially in this era where everybody's cheating. But you haven't been like, are you doing a job or what? Placement ho gaya. I mean, I do have an offer right now. Make all elements of nums equal to 1. So GCD will, what is GCD? GCD is HCF, right? Greatest common divisor or highest common factor. Exactly. GCD is HCF. Hold up, I have a call coming. Okay, I'm sorry, it was a stupid friend of mine inviting me for a walk. So we are given a zero indexed array. It has positive integers. We can choose any two adjacent elements and replace one of them with their GCD value, and we want to make every element as 1. 2, 6, 3, 4. Okay, now first of all, what's the length? 50? Can't we just literally write any algorithm and it would work for a 50 limit? I same do have an offer. I same do have an offer. Cape Gemini. Bro, well. What is your name? Are you from like a tier 1, tier 2? What tier college are you from? What year are you from? Since it's 50, I think we can just do anything. But even that, anything would require a bit of thinking. Okay, so the first is if we take these two, the GCD would be 2. Hmm. See, that's the point. The GCD of 2 and 6 would be 2, right? Replacing 2 with 2. Okay, then leave this. If we take 6 and 3, the GCD would be 3. Okay, so we make this as 3, right? Now 3 and 4 GCD would be 1. 1 and 3 would be 1. 3 and 2, 1. 1 and 3 would be 1. So it's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yep. Tarun, I can give you a hint if you want. I think I'll probably think about it for a while first on my own. Then of course if I still can't like go anywhere, I'll I'll ask for a hint. Hmm. Okay, 2, 6, 3, 4. This was the first case, and the second case we have is 2, 10, 6, 14. 2, 10, 6, and 14. Right. In this case, 2 and 10. See, we could solve this because we could ourselves make a 1 here. Right. This was the initial chain that we could turn this into 1. Now, using this one, we can turn every other number as 1. But I guess we can't solve this one because here no GCD is 1. For them, the GCD is 2. For 10 and 6, the GCD is what? 2. Right, it's 2. For 6 and 14, it's still 2. Hmm. Yup. It's still 2. What if hmm, what if we had something like 3 and 10? That is going to give us 1. And using that 1, we can convert everything else. So, that's the point, I guess. For 3, 10, 6, and 14. We had 2, 10, 6, and 14. If it is 6 and 6, what is the GCD of a number with is this a BFS question? Is this a BFS question? Brute force will work, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Can we just like do BFS? Bro, can you share some placement data in current session of MATE? Prince Gupta, what college are you from? Are you from MATE? I mean, of course, I can share. Can't we simply do brute force here? Like, if we had, if let's say we had a 9 here, if let's say we had a 9 here, then GCD of every number would be, and what? The number goes to 10 raised to 6. Okay, the GCD here would come out as 3. We can replace 6 with 3. Now 3 and 10 GCD would be 1. Using that 1, we can convert every other number as 1. Okay. Yes, brute force will work. Yes, I'm from MATE first year. I mean, what branch are you from, bro? What's your branch? C++ has a GCD function, right? GCD. GCD A comma B, okay. So the brute force is, but how will a brute force get to know that it is impossible? How will a brute force get to know that it is impossible? Right? How will we get to know that it is impossible? It was 14. For 2, 10, 6, and 14, GCD is 2. GCD is still 2. GCD is still 2. How will a brute force get to know that it is impossible? See, that's the point. What is the condition to return -1? Okay, I think if every number has okay. If GCD of all the elements is if GCD of all the elements is not equal to 1, then we return -1. Okay. To return -1, check the GCD of all the elements. If it is not 1, then answer is -1. Right? This is the condition for -1, right? If somebody can confirm me. If answer equal to infinity. If it exceeds 1, exactly. CSC second shift. Okay, bro. Prince, honestly, it's not going good in any means. If answer equal to infinity, return -1. You're following any sheet or what? Not exactly. I'm not following any sheet as of right now. I think this condition is also correct to return -1. We compute GCD of all the numbers. If every number has one common divisor, then that we can never reduce that divisor, right? We can never reduce that divisor. Or maybe I'm just projecting. For int I equal to 0. Okay. Compute GCD for all numbers. Int prev equals to arr 0. Point LE for int LE of arr total GCD total GCD equals to GCD of prev comma LE, and your prev becomes LE. No. Wait. To compute GCD of every number, right, this would compute the GCD for every number, right? You have any data? Kirtan Godiwal. What's up, bro, Kirtan? How are you doing? You have any data? Bhai, I'm in my 4th year. Of course, I'm undergoing placements right now. I'm in my 4th year. Anshu, I'm in my 4th year. Bro, could you stop spamming? I'm in my 4th year. I told you like 5 times. So for 2634, the GCD is 1. Here the GCD is 2, right? If total GCD is not equal to 1, we return -1. Now we simply have to do BFS. But that is not. How are we going to do BFS? See, that's the point, right? And it's 534. So for BFS, in our stack, we push the array. Not in our stack, in our queue, we push the array. Now for each array, we choose any. See, that's the point, bro. Now for each array, we choose all, for each array we choose all possible pairs and replace every possible, replace left and right with GCD. Okay, replace left and right with GCD. We push those arrays into our queue. Bro, honestly, I think this is a good question. Okay, so I think, yeah, we make a queue of vector of int. I have an OA at 6. Forward company. All the best, by the way. Oh, exactly. We can take a early exit if we find a GCD. Okay, Adarsh, yeah, that's a clever point. We can take an early exit if we ever find a one. Yep. If we find a one, see, for here we found one as here. Now to 2614. Now to convert every other number as one, we'll have to check the mm, we'll have to check the remaining non-zero elements, because it will take one operation for this, one for this, and one for this. Okay, we can take an early exit. q dot push error while q dot empty. While q is not empty, int n equals to q dot size, हर array को निकालो q से. And we also need to count a step. Int steps equals to 0 while q is not empty. No, not q empty. No. I less than n, I plus plus, vector int temp arr equals to q dot top. It's not top, it's q dot front. I always mix this up. Q dot top. Okay. Now we have to that's the point, bro. DSA or web development, I'm in my second year, bro. You have to balance both. You can't just choose one. Start with DSA, don't spam. Exactly. Got rejected in the HR round recently. Company was offered decent. That's sad, bro. That's sad. Keithan, what tier college are you from? Are you from like a good college? Okay, now we have to push every possible iteration. Push every possible. Then we don't even have to push. We just check if we found any GCD as no. No, push every possible iteration into the queue. Right. We can make pairs as 0 1 2 3 4 5, or we can also make as, we can leave 0 and we can make 1 2 3 4 3 4 5 6. Now even after making pairs, there are two choices: replace left with GCD or replace right with GCD. Okay, so this has a lot of goddamn options. So let's start with making pairs from 0 1. For int I equal to 0, I less than arr dot size I plus plus. let's start from 1. Yeah, let's start from 1. We'll go I plus equal to 2. Okay. Hmm. And GCD equals to, see, that's the point. Zeta is came on campus routes. I do not know what tier, but yeah, similar to mid. Okay, not exactly a good tier then. Yeah, Zeta came on campus. Zeta had like, I think, one OA. I did not sit in Zeta because at that time I was blocked from placements. I had an offer from another company. Yeah, but Zeta only took four students. It's a good company though. I'm trying to recall what happened in Zeta. I didn't come to college on that day. How do you calculate GCD? Okay, GCD. GCD A comma B. And result. BGCD ARR I and ARR I minus 1. Okay. Now what we do is we can either replace left and push or right and push. And also check if the GCD is 1, then you have your answer. If the GCD is 1, then you have the answer. If GCD is 1, you can find the answer. If GCD equal to 1, so then we count the non-zero elements. Point LE of temp ARR. See, that's this, bro. Okay, my friend is calling me. I am short on time. I don't know if I'll be able to solve this right now. Okay, so we count all the non-zero elements. And non-zero equals to 0. And non-zero equal to 0. At this point, we can say steps plus plus. No, 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 no. For an LE of 4 rounds for zeta. Yeah, Manan is right. Did you clear the zeta one? No, I did not sit in that company. I was blocked. I was blocked in that because at that time I had an offer. Bro, आपने CS का interview दिया था? Yes, I did give interview for ZS, but I couldn't clear it. Manan Agarwal in the stream, you know that guy? He cleared it. You can ask him. Current LE of temp ARR. If non-zero, no, not non-zero, non-1. Count the non-1 elements. If LE is not equal to 1, non-1 plus plus, and we simply return steps plus non one. Okay, now we have to replace left and then push right and then push. Replace left and push. Replace left with GCD and push, or you can also replace right with GCD and push. Temp ARR I equals to result, right? And we just push that again in the queue. Q dot push. See, that's the point, bro. You have an offer. Did they remove hold? Yes, they did. Yes, they recently took re-interviews, and I cleared them once again, so they did remove it. Domain kya hai, bro? It is only 50. Okay, you're asking my domain. I'm from CSE. I don't know what did you mean to ask. You have an offer from which company? I think I'll try to not reveal it until I get the offer letter. Okay, so here we are. If the GCD is 1, and old left equals to temp ARR I, and old right equals to temp ARR I minus 1. Stupid. I did it wrong. Temp ARR I minus 1 ARR I. Okay. Replace left means temp ARR I result. Q dot push temp ARR. Now what we do is temp ARR I minus 1. We make it old left again, and we do temp ARR I equals to result, and Q dot push temp ARR. How the hell does this question has a 47% acceptance rate? Like, am I overcomplicating it? Oh yeah, mine is web development. Rudramanch. Is it ion groups? I mean, I won't deny, I won't confirm. I'm complicating it, right? I'm complicating it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And on top of that, I'm short on time right now. Okay, let me just once discuss my approach, and then I think I'll probably solve this question in the next stream. I have to go somewhere. I'm trying to find out every possible pair, and after finding out every possible pair, we have two options that we can either replace left or we can replace right, and then I push back into the queue. Just try to find the smallest subarray with 1. Smallest subarray with 1. And try to find out the number of smallest subarray with GCD 1. Oh yeah. Smallest subarray with GCD 1. Okay. Like here, that smallest subarray is this. We had another. Are you on Twitter? Yes, I am, but I haven't, and I've never really used Twitter, even though I have an account with the same username as my YouTube username. It's Pudish. Kirtan, bro. I think I'll have. I don't want to reveal that right now. Smallest survivor with GCD one. Hmm. It's a non-tech offer. I mean, it's an analyst role. So for 2634, this is one. For 210 614. 210 614. Oh yeah. For two for 210 614. Let's say if we had a 9 here. If we had a 9 here, right? So then 6 and 9 GCD is 3. 3 and 10. 3 and 10 GCD is 1. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I get it. I'll message you on LinkedIn then. Yes, please do. Okay, who was the guy who gave me this such a useful hint? Well. What was your name? Well. You wrote it right, Tarun. Okay, Tarun. Yeah. Thank you, bro. But I guess I'll have to go right now. I have to go somewhere. I'll probably solve this question in the next stream, live on stream tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for all those who joined. Bye bye.